just say that we're more like FDR.
Oh, yeah, let's say we're more like the father of American socialism. Jesus, God, that man ruined this country.
No, Bob, the Great Depression ruined this country. FDR bailed us out.
The war bailed us out, Ray. FDR gave us the raw deal.
You are so out of touch. FDR was one of the most beloved presidents in U.S. history.
Communist. I'll tell you who's a great president. Abraham Lincoln. Freed the slaves, kicked some ass, and yes, I do still have some Confederate friends who are a little pissed off at him. But you know what? Even they have to admit how strong he governed.
Did you know that Abraham Lincoln imprisoned thousands of people without warrant or trial? Kind of like, Guantanamo?
Yes, Ray. It's called war. Something few people in this country understand anymore.
Can't we just, forget about what president we're like?
I like Jimmy Carter.
Yes. Lincoln united this country through war, not diplomacy. Yeah. I see John more as a diplomat.
Well, I'll tell you what. John's going to be a wartime president, like it or not. So I might as well model him after a war president.
George Washington. This is a new beginning for this country. If my candidacy is like any other, it would be like George Washington's.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Okay, so at this fundraiser, we're going to promise cross-platform reform, cut the fat of bureaucracy, stimulate the economy.
It's this socialist government that's driving the economy down the toilet.
Oh, well, I guess the record high spending, including the war in Iraq, has nothing to do with it.
Fiscal conservatives would like it if we would pay down the debt. That really got Perot a long way.
Listen, honey, there is no way we are going to be able to pay down a $10 trillion debt.
We could raise taxes.
Oh, Jesus, God.
What? A voice just told me that if there is a debt to be paid, we must pay it. Render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's, and render unto God that which is God's.
So, do you mean we should raise taxes to pay off the debt?
If I found the money in the mouth of a fish, I would say no, Ray, but if I found the money in the tax returns of the American people, then yes.
John, it's not a winning platform to tell people that you're going to raise their taxes.
Well, I'm not posturing for the people, Sarah. I'm honestly giving them solutions to this country's problems.
But you're never going to be able to raise their taxes unless you don't tell them about it first.
Listen, trickle-down economics works.
Do you mean voodoo economics? I mean, that's what's put us in our current state of economic prosperity.
Would you explain to Negative Nancy here that all we need to do is cut taxes for the rich and the businesses? They're the ones with the money. They can stimulate the economy. It's that simple.
Look, people are suffering because of high gas prices, repoed homes, and the falling dollar. I mean, people that need help don't need tax breaks. They need social programs.
Handouts.
Lifelines.
Look, cut taxes.
Spend more.
Gentlemen, we can do both.
What about the debt?
Shut up! Maybe we can hook the donors with social issues.
You know what? We could promise to ban gay marriage.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh, let me guess. You're a liberal, so your little handbook says that you gotta fight for the queers.
Bob, that's offensive.
Well, I'm sorry, I forgot. You lived in San Francisco, so some of them are probably your best friends.
Yes, Bob, and you live in Texas, lynching country. But guess what? You're in California now, where we gays have rights.
Well, I suspected Ray was homosexual. My gaydar's just fine. I'm just from the don't ask, don't tell school of sexuality demarcation. I just didn't realize when I took this job I was going to share such tight quarters with a homosexual. And one minute you're trying to make your point, next minute there's a homo in your chair and you got no place to sit.
We should have never been there in the first place. We need to bring our troops home now.
Yeah, why don't we do that, Ray, and leave another legacy of broken promises and grow up to be future terrorists? I don't think so.
John, the war is very unpopular. What we need to do is say something very vague about a gradual reduction in troops, maybe one-up the Democrats by shortening the time frame.
It may not be my fault we're in Iraq, but it will be my responsibility. I want to focus on the government and not the battle. It is a united society that these people need to feel at a cultural level. They are suffering from the very same divisive state of mind that we Americans are. If we could heal that, the war would snuff itself out. If I could only get all the warlords in the Middle East to come to Disneyland and go on the ride, it's a small world after all. And then when they get off that ride, ask them honestly, do they still want to ethnically cleanse each other off the face of the earth? And again, the problem would be that the boats are only about 4 people by 8 rows. That's 36. There's more than 36 warlords in the Middle East. And then I don't want them sitting on each other's laps. I don't think they'd like that. And then I really don't want them in separate boats because you have that us-them dichotomy again.
I think they might find some of the ethnic animatronics a little offensive. Disney.
It's a world of races, a world of creeds. It's a world of jihads and enemies. If we turn the other cheek, we can learn to become meek. If we love each other all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. Key change.
No, stop. Just don't talk about Iraq and the war anymore. Don't do that. Just focus on domestic policy. Let's get you on the ballot for California, okay? Don't do that anymore.
Well, I'll tell you about Sara. She is smart. That is one smart cookie. I mean, we've tangled, but she is good at what she does. She got a lot of spunk. She's real aggressive. But I'll tell you what, between you and me, she is wound tighter than a Swiss watch. I swear to God, that girl needs to be taken down to the Popeyes chicken, fed some brown liquor, and bent over a chicken fryer. Oh yeah, I know exactly the cowboy to do it too. She needs to come to the Bob Richards rodeo. Well, you ain't got to keep this, are you?